What if they're hell-bent on killing you and your family?
A 10-year-old child, an 8-year-old child, a 6-year-old child.
Because
this is
like
bad
you said,
for you.
Like you
You're
said,
sitting on
they're
live television where millions of people are going to see your neighbors, your friends. You support the killing of children.
Millions of people don't know what's going on.
Even your fellow right-wingers are saying, don't go this far.
What's up, y'all? Mehdi Hasan went on the Jubilee YouTube channel to debate or communicate with, because it was barely a debate, with 20 far right conservatives. I would like to believe that they are outside of the scale of most conservatives. Maybe I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section. They'll all rush to that chair and spew some ridiculous things. And even that warning that Mehdi gave them in the beginning, you know people are going to watch this, right? Like your friends and family and your job. They're all going to watch you say ridiculous things. And it's not like you're joking. Are you sure you want to stand on that? Consequences are already happening. But let's watch these clips and I'll give my thoughts on it afterwards. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Or not. I'm not your dad.
How would Connor's America look? What would it look like?
Well, quite frankly, I think we would deport people who shouldn't be here.
I didn't ask about deporting. What does the government look like?
What does the government look like?
Yeah.
I would say, quite frankly, it's under a sort of benevolent leader, such as
Where does he
Franco.
come from?
It could be a kind of aristocratic class. Could be someone
who picks the autocrat?
Frankly, the people. I mean, we could hold a vote on it. Kings were
isn't that democracy?
Well, sure. You can have a vote to get to that state.
And then no more votes afterwards?
Absolutely.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. And if that autocrat kills you and your family, you're fine with that?
Well, I'm not going to be a part of the group that he kills, because that's the whole thing.
How do you know? Autocrats tend to kill everyone, even their own supporters.
Carl Schmitt makes this point very well in his work. It's the friend-enemy distinction, right?
Carl Schmitt, the Nazi theoretician.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care.
Are you a fan of the Nazis?
I frankly don't care being called a Nazi at all.
I didn't say that. I didn't actually say that. I said, are you a fan of the Nazis?
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
what about the persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But you don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews?
I think that there was a little bit of persecution and stuff like that, which is bad. We may have to rename
this show because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you can say, I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone is on this.
My favorite part of these type of videos is that when someone's in that seat saying ridiculous insanity, the blurry heads in the background are just nodding along. But this one takes the cake. When he asks straight up, are you a fascist? He says, yes, I am. And these people just started clapping it up like they were dancing to no music. If you know, you know. And then obviously the result of this would then be Connor losing his job, going from this to this. And then because he was fired because of what he chose to say on TV or YouTube, he would use that as a reason to now raise money because he feels like he's being persecuted for his political beliefs. He would put out a letter or a tweet saying, my name is Connor and I was recently shown in the latest Jubilee episode. As a result, unfortunately, I was subsequently released from my job. I'm raising money as an emergency fund and for other expenses while I look for a new job. To clarify, I was terminated from my position for holding fully legal, traditional right-wing political views. This is cancel culture and political discrimination on full display. I just went on the Rift where I shared my story of what happened. You can watch it. All right, we're not going to watch that. But is being a fascist a traditional right-wing political view? Maybe once you get to the end of that spectrum. I don't think by traditional he means common. Everybody thinks like this. Everybody I know doesn't believe in no voting. We only believe in voting as so far as a tool to make sure nobody else can vote. As soon as we get into power, it's all over. That can't be the same traditional values as a small government people. I refuse to believe that. And if you can explain it better, please do so in my comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts. But don't get crazy, even though I'm not gonna put you on blast, I just would like to know. He's already raised about 15 grand, which is only a couple months of expenses. It's not like he got rich overnight, but this may be the start of a new right-wing grifter career because now he has all the time in the world to go on all these podcasts, not just Jubilee this one time. So this probably helped his cause more than anything, while being the beginning of a huge annoyance for the rest of us. But we'll keep track of that as it goes on.
But this is a very simplistic understanding of economics because you're
explain I'm wrong.
I'm telling you how you're wrong. Because you're ignoring the fact that when immigrants come into an area, they spend money. They create jobs through their presence.
About 1/5 of their monthly income leaves the country.
That's a good thing also because you don't like US aid, foreign aid. So this is the point. They create jobs. I came into this country. So far, every one of my assumptions about you has been correct. But listen to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
I don't even like... I should get the hell out.
Yes.
Why?
I don't want you here.
Why?
Because you come here and say all this bullshit
Why?
about how Americans are lazy.
Why?
You push your left-wing
I never
politics.
said Americans are lazy.
I don't know why you say this.
I never said Americans are
yes,
lazy.
You are.
The only person
You're saying
attacking
immigrants
people
have to
is
come
you.
into this country so they can do jobs that we don't want to do.
I
That's
never
exactly
said those
what you
words.
said.
When did I say it?
Oh, really?
When did I say it? We're
So
on YouTube. Guys watching on YouTube, rewind to the time where I said immigrants are doing jobs we don't want to do. When did I say those words? Words that came out of my mouth.
Okay, so why do we have to bring in immigrants? Why do we have to bring in immigrants to the country if we have people who are going to do the jobs?
Pause. You've been voted out.
It's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
You're gonna have to go, bro.
Nice talking to you. You're gonna have to go, bro, is what he said as I left.
He's so funny because even as he's doing an objectively terrible job in debating, even so much so that the rest of his peers vote for him to get out that chair, he still had to say, you're gonna have to go, bro. No, you literally were voted out by your own people. You can't say you have to go while you were kicked off the chair. Come on, your own people don't rock with you like that. Mehdi's such a good guy, such a nice guy to just be dealing with this all day. But this communication is important. You gotta let people share their beliefs so that we could have a honest dialogue. It's easier to just lie and then just do what you were gonna do regardless. But having these conversations are difficult for Mehdi and for these people sitting up there too. I'm sure it's easier to talk like this on Twitter when you're just all in your own echo chamber. But when Mehdi's sitting in front of you, challenging everything you're saying, it's not so easy.
You gotta let me finish.
No, you gotta answer the question. Fourth time.
Well,
when Israeli snipers
shoot
Palestinian children in the head.
I will get to your
We're
answer.
running out of time. I need to know what you think about innocent children.
Because
what you said was pretty outrageous. You said so-called innocent Palestinians. For the fifth time, when Palestinian children are shot in the head by Israeli snipers, is that not the fault of Israeli snipers?
What did those children do?
What did you tell me? Did the children deserve to be shot in the head?
Because the problem is,
you know,
over there,
millions of people are watching you say
they start brainwashing children. They start brainwashing children at a very young age.
So you support sniping children in Gaza?
Look,
do other people here support sniping children in Gaza? Is that a conservative position now?
What if they're wearing a suicide vest?
They weren't.
But what if they are?
They're not, though.
What if
of children. I have friends who went there. Doctors went to Gaza. American doctors. They came back as we had multiple children.
What if they're
gunshot
hell-bent?
Shots.
What if they're hell-bent on killing you and your family?
A 10-year-old child, an 8-year-old child, a 6-year-old child.
Because
this is
like
bad
you said,
for you.
Like you
You're
said,
sitting on
they're brainwashing
live television where millions of people are going to see your neighbors, your friends.
Millions
you support
of people,
the killing of children.
Millions of people don't know what's going on.
Even your fellow right-wingers are saying, don't go this far. White genocide, sure, but don't
millions of people
kids.
Don't understand the brainwashing that is going on in Islamic Republic and in Palestine to create this hatred.
You're obsessed with Iran so much that you're supporting the killing of Palestinian children who never harmed you or any other Israeli. That's insane.
This guy's main defense of Mehdi's question, you don't know how much brainwashing they're doing to those kids. I wonder, because he actually believes that, would he ever question his own brainwashing? Or does he just believe that he's so correct that there's no other information that could change his mind? Because he's an immigrant in a room with people that actually hate him. I would actually want to see Jubilee bring these 20 people back and actually have them plot out their own political beliefs. Because just saying far-right conservatives, clearly they disagree massively on many of the different points. I would like them to actually plot out what does it mean to be a right-wing conservative, far right-wing conservative. I get it, one guy calls himself a fascist, he's an autocrat. Cool. Not cool. It's not good. It's not good for the world. It's not good for any society, anywhere. But I want to see and hear from people who would join together to be against socialism, communism, oh my God, the left. Everybody that's on the same side against the left, yeah, boo them. I want to see them debate amongst themselves. I want to see what type of facts or information they use or tactics or strategy they use to try to convince each other. That's going to be way more valuable than this. And if you'd like more commentary and analysis, click this video of Piers Morgan interviewing Joy Reid that didn't turn out how he planned. Peace.